So we've been working on a CNH Dana 10 bolt, 12 bolt conversion. And what we did today was basically we had a tractor that had come in, it had a lot of fire to it. We stripped off basically everything off of it to get everything out of the way. And we put it on. So starting with the Dana 10 bolt, they're prone to be bad. They fail way more often than the 12 bolts. Also, parts are hard to find for these from time to time. Some of them's even been discontinued from Case or New Holland. There are some aftermarket companies out there that make some of it. And then there's also some Dana that's non-aftermarket stuff that floats around. But the problem we run into is that it's not necessarily that they fail, you fix them and then you don't have a problem with it. They continually fail. So specifically loader operations, got a guy that does Colm up in North Dakota, does some rebuilding for us, partnering with him on some of these axles. He talks about where he is. There, guys in the cattle business, where it's cold and muddy, you know, so oil gets thick, not everything gets lubricated. They fall off in a hole, something breaks. So basically we've been talking about this a while, so today we just did it. So a conversion for us is going to be we want to do a like for like. So like for like will be non-diff lock, small nut. If you've got diff lock, then we would do diff lock, small nut. And then we would have upgrade, if you will. We could go to a large nut. If you were having differential problems, or you've had differential problems, then we can do an upgrade on the differential. So the benefits of 12 bolt: a lot larger kingpin, a lot larger steering knuckle. Kingpin bearings on the inside are a lot larger. Steering cylinder is larger. So in theory, you should have better steering at non-rolling. Better steering. Goes in a frog. Tie rods are a little bit bigger, but the main thing is that these don't really go bad. Yes, we do. For some reason, the left-hand side goes bad on the Magnums, but nowhere near the volume of the 10 bolts. 10 bolts you sell left and right, and we sell out most of the time. The pin, this is the same pin that came out of this axle, or out of the 10 bolt. So it went right back in, and I guess I'll move to what would come with our conversion. So if in this case here we have a low hour, we say low hour, we've got a good used axle that doesn't show any leaks. And what we do now is we're taking oil scans from the axle and from the planetaries. We also have a little tool that we plug into the outside cover, and we put air to it with a gauge. Then I don't know the number, but when you apply air to that and it holds for however long and nothing leaks out on the inside, that tells us that the seal's good, which means there's nothing that needs to happen to that axle. So if we have some that have leaks, known leaks, differential leaks, whatever, we've got a rebuild shop in North Dakota that we send these to. Basically, they strip them down, and we don't like to use the word reman, so we rather tell you what we do, right? They take the hubs apart, take it down to the inside, check the U-joints, check bearings, replace all seals. If there's any concern or any issue with the bearings, they replace those. So there will be a couple price points on this. What we do a lot of times is that good used, it's been tested and inspected, is a price point. If we go into them a little deeper and do just minor repairs, we know we've been inside, we checked the planetars, there's no issues. There's that price point, and then the higher price point is that it's got new bearings and seals. So we went ahead and replaced everything in it. So based on your need, what you've got going on with your tractor, if you can't stand, if you can't stand any downtime, then obviously those are going to be. It gives you an option. So from a price point, I'm not sure exactly where we're going to be on it, but I know that well, the differentials are the same value, and currently we're higher on the 10 boat hubs than we are the 12 boat. So it's not necessarily a price increase, you're just getting a better axle for the same money. And also availability. If you can't get that and you can't get the parts, then going to a 12 boat's a better option. So you'll get a front axle. We'll do the center dishes, got to have those. Wheels are a possibility. And one thing that we've got to prove tomorrow is this is the drive shaft that came off of this tractor. We know that it fits, but we didn't bring over a 12 boat to check against it. So if we find out something's different there and it needs to come with a drive shaft, then we'll include that. We sell all of our stuff on exchange. So whatever we send you is what we'll want back. We don't want to talk about including tires. Tires are something we're not good at selling, and we'd rather leave those out of a discussion until a last. Well, that should be the last thing that we discuss, if it's even discussed at all. So Dana 12 boat, with or without lock, upgrade to a Dana 12 boat with or without lock is going to be it should be a good seller if we represent it correctly, describe the benefits. It's 2000 and whatever it is, July 2022. You can't trade your tractor, you can't get a new tractor, everybody's keeping what they got. So here, where you've got to be feeding cows through the winter, you can't afford to be down, you can't get the parts, we'll have these ready to ship. Also, probably we'll have some at our distribution center there in North Dakota. Also maybe Kansas. So a couple of our rebuild shops, we'll probably send a few of those. That way, faster repair time for everybody. So if we missed something, shoot us a message, text, email. Got questions, give us a buzz. If we can help you out, let us know.